Chapter 1b, Faction, Monsters. Subject A will be telling this next part of the story. I was drifting in the endless void. It was cold. When my eyes opened, I tried to see what was going on. I didn't know who I was or where I was, as I was looking for some way to push out of whatever was holding me in a green liquid. Pushing on a strange object, then hearing cracks, filling me with hope, but it was not to last. My breath and my hands were giving up on this first fight that I was in. My eyes began to get darker, and my lungs felt like they were going to burst. Still, I kept pushing. The sound of cracking became louder and louder. Finally, the object stopped holding up. I fell to the ground on my knees, the object alongside me. I coughed up the liquid and a bit of blood. A figure ran to my side. It was a woman. As she ran, she yelled, "Help me, please!" She ran to my side and began to try to help me, then said, "Let me help you. Give me your arm." As she put my arm on her shoulder, then yelling again, "Help!" I don't know who she was, or if I could trust her, but she's the best I got. I tried to move my legs on my own. I didn't feel my legs as I dragged across the floor. The woman stumbled and fell with me and then began to yell again, "Someone, help me!" The air felt still and cold, as if life itself wasn't in the world anymore. Next to the woman, I felt a warm, safe feeling. As we got back up, a wooden door on the far side opened. 2 guards came rushing in as fast as they could, grabbing me by the arms. The warm feeling was replaced with cold, like they weren't even alive. I was still so confused, and I was in so much pain and cold. I wanted to reach for the woman. Something about her was different than the men holding me. Then she said, "Stop." When she did, the soldiers, or what I perceive as soldiers, didn't do anything. And she continued, "If you take aid to father right now, then he will die. Don't do it." She was dressed in black armor. It was as dark as the void that I saw before I woke up. She had blue eyes and gold hair. Even in the dark room that we were in, she was still the brightest figure. The soldiers seemed to hold her in high regard, so they obeyed without a second thought. Before we left, she said, "I will discuss things with you later, little brother." Brother? So many questions that I had now, and it seems like they weren't coming anytime soon. I don't know what was going on, and I don't know what she meant by a brother. But she will tell me everything I must know. Like, who am I, and where am I? Those were the 2 most important questions that I had. The soldiers brought me to a hexagonal room with a hardwood floor and cobblestone wall. The roof had a chandelier made of silver, with a single bed and a mirror. I saw in the gold-seamed mirror that I was the only one in it. I was laid on the bed and left alone to think. What was going on? As I sat on my bed with a red bed sheet and gold outline, more questions filled my head after a bit of time. The woman walked in with a cloak made of brown fur, then said, "I know this cloak will protect you. As long as you wear it, you are hidden from all of your new friends. As long as you wear it, then you are safe." She continued, "You must forgive me for what you can't perceive. So much to discuss with you and so little time. But I will do the best I can. Let's start off with the simple stuff. My name is Sarah. Yes, you're my little brother, and yes, I am your sister now. I don't have much time before father gets back and doing whatever he does. That man is hard sometimes." She seemed to talk faster and faster, like she was scared and wanted to let me know that I was going to die because of something I didn't do. However, I was still safe. Even being told I was going to die by my father, if he found out, I thought that if I was with Sarah, then I was safe. Let me think. Maybe if we get you back on your feet, and maybe he'll accept you with open arms. When Sarah looked at me, and saw that I was still confused. She stopped for a moment, then tried to explain it again. She took a deep breath and said, "Sorry, you must be terribly confused. Let me try again without making such a fuss." She took another deep breath and said, "My name is Sarah, and your name is 8. If Father finds you and is disappointed, you will die, like what I suspect happened to 2 through 7. Yes, you're not the first, and you will not be the last if you fail. The reason I'm telling you this is because this madness needs to end. You just need to trust me, and we will be fine. Do you understand? Yes or no?" I nodded and tried to get out of the bed, but then fell back on my knees. I was in more pain than I think I ever been, judging by the scars all over my body. Some were looking like they happened years ago. I saw a great scar next to my heart. Not sure where it came from. Maybe it's best not to know. How Sarah knows more than anyone who she does is impressive. I tried to get out of the bed again and on my feet, and again fell to my knees. Sarah helped me back on the bed, then said, "We can do this all night if we have to. And don't worry about anyone telling Father about you before you're ready. Everyone who knows of your existence has been silenced. Last thing I needed to know. Everyone who knows of me is dead. But still, I'm grateful she's looking out for me."